What's up, guys? It's Maz back with another video. I got my Shoei mic'd up and got my GoPro mount on my Shoei helmet, which I'm super stoked about. So I hope the audio is good in this helmet, but I was using this helmet, and yeah, I mean, I love this helmet. I love the modular. I vape, so it makes it easier to just kind of pick it up and vape. So I do love this helmet, but I also got something for my Shoei. I'll probably cut that out. Oops. But yeah, I love my Shoei. It's super light. It's super nice. I love this helmet, so I've been rocking the Shoei. So I got a GoPro mount for it, all that good stuff, and brought my Purple Panda mic into this helmet. So anyway, yeah, it's been a few days since I've posted. I was actually trying to get another motorcycle, which is a whole nother debacle. But yeah, I was talking to a buddy of mine. He wanted me to do a slight walk around on the Ninja. Obviously, I cleaned out the garage a little bit, made some room. But yeah, I really haven't done too much to the Ninja 400. I did get an integrated taillight, a fender delete, the Leo Vinci slip-on. One of my favorite things about it was kind of the ergonomics of it. It has a pretty low seat height, and then the handlebars come up pretty high. Doesn't come with adjustable levers or anything like that, but it's an all-around awesome bike. But for me, I kind of got used to it really quickly. I've said this before. I do think it was a good idea to start on a Ninja 400 just because I never really rode a motorcycle before, and it was a great opportunity to learn the fundamentals. But then I went to that demo day and rode something a little bit bigger with a little bit more power, and I loved it, and it was such a good time that I went out and bought another motorcycle. This is my 2019 ZX-6R. I wanted to do a fancy reveal, but it's been so many days since I posted it, I didn't want to put it off any longer. But yeah, I found this one up near Orlando, which is about 2 hours from me. It had everything on it that I wanted. It only had 2,000 miles. Love the gray. The 2019 was one of the models that came with ABS. So I love the gray. It just looks so good. I mean, you tell me what you think in the comments of what you think. It had the M4 slip-on. I got that baffle out. It came with spools, frame sliders, axle sliders, fender delete. I do want to get the integrated taillight, which it does not have. It also needs the relay because these are LED. These are hyper flashing. It's got the tank pads. It's got the quad lock. I put this little reservoir sock on it. Yesterday it came in the mail, actually. But yeah, the tires are in good shape. Everything looks good. I don't know, you tell me what you think. I think it looks phenomenal. So now we have the big brother of the 400, which we're super stoked about. And yeah, so today I was going to take you guys on a ride and talk about the bike and how different it is from the 400. Obviously, they're both fully fared motorcycles, but you can see this seat height is really high. It's also a much bigger seat. It's actually really comfortable. You can see the bars are really low. This does have adjustable levers, which is awesome. I do love that. So you can bring the clutch in and bring the brake lever in, which is cool. But yeah, I'm going to put some gas in it. I'm going to take you guys on a ride with me. Show off the quick shifter. You can see that down here. This is the quick shifter. You do not need to clutch. When you're shifting up, it is quick shift up only, which is fine. It is very easy to rev match. This bike has 2 front rotors. That bike only has 1, so this has 2. The braking power, the braking feel is way better on this. But yeah, nice big old back tire. It's super stable. But anyway, yeah, let's get into the ride. Yeah! Woo! Back on the bike, baby. Yeah! Oh God, it's good to be back. I had been riding all that time, but I just hadn't been recording. So yeah, I'm on the 636, baby. Oh man, this thing is incredible. when I was doing that demo day, I could barely focus on what I was enjoying the experience so much that I could barely even talk about what the experience was. It was so different, and it is so different from the 400, to the point where I was just like focused. Also, I knew it had a shit ton of power, so I didn't want to I just wanted to maintain my focus, make sure I didn't hurt myself, and enjoy the experience. So now that I've had more time on it, I obviously have the ability to talk on it more. I went and picked the bike up on Friday, drove all the way up to Orlando with my mom to go get it, and they told me they would deliver it, but they weren't going to deliver it until this Wednesday. Meanwhile, I bought this bike last Tuesday. So they originally told me they were going to deliver it on Saturday, which is cool, because that's fine. It'll come on the weekend. I'll get to ride it all weekend. But nope, they're like, nah, we're not getting down there till Wednesday. I was like, all right, I'm coming. So I went and got the bike up in Orlando and drove it 2 hours home. Now, I can't say I was really looking forward to that ride. Most of my experience on the highway have been on the Ninja 400, and it's a very different experience. Riding this thing on the highway, even though you're in a, an aggressive seating position, a little bit leaned over, the thing handles speed so well that the highway was completely fine. The thing, it feels like it's on rails compared to the Ninja 400. Like, even the way it tosses in, yes, this bike is you could say it's nimble. It is a little bit more sluggish to turn in than the Ninja 400. Like, I'm just counter steering back and forth, and it does it, obviously. But the Ninja is just a lot more flickable, just because it's lighter. It has that skinny back tire. It's just more nimble. But once this thing is on the side of the tire, once you're into a lean, the thing just tracks. The thing just holds the line and feels super stable. The Ninja 400, while I don't really take this, take turns at a crazy speeds on that bike, it can get a little squirrely because it's a skinny back tire. So this one, it handles turns a lot better. As you can imagine, it's a super sport bike. It's meant for a track. It should track really well, considering that it's meant for a track. Besides the seating position, again, the seating position is super hunched over. I'll take my hand off pretty frequently to get the weight off my wrists, or just to get the weight on my butt. I do that pretty frequently. Even sometimes I'll just put my hand on the tank and just put my weight onto my elbow on the tank. But yeah, you can get relief. I've also, on that ride home, on that 2-hour ride home, because I'm hunched over, I would just like put my belly on the tank and just like lean on the tank just to get some weight off my wrists. The tough part for me riding distances isn't necessarily my back or the weight on the wrists. It's the hand being stuck in a slightly janky position, holding the throttle in the same space. If I'm riding, like, I could ride for hours, but if I'm stopping and going so I could take my right hand off, it makes things a lot easier. When I'm holding my right hand in the same spot for a long period of time, that's when it starts to kind of get a little, it just starts to feel funny. The left hand I can take off. I don't have to worry, you know what I mean? I have a brake. It's my clutch hand. So it's the right hand that usually gets a little bit tired when I'm doing longer rides. But it is what it is. I'm just working on building up my endurance. I mean, I've already done a 2-hour ride on this thing. I stopped once halfway through just to get a quick vape and let the blood circulate to all the parts. Oh, there's a little bike up there. Let's see if we can get to him. This thing has just so much power. It's insane. You could, I mean, I know super sports, they tend to make power or peak power high up in the RPMs, and that's true. But this thing has mid-range torque. It's a boss. I think they for the 2019 and newer, they went one tooth down in the front, and they made them more torquey as a result. So this thing has torque, man. This thing boogies. It's not like I have to be above 10,000 to make a shit ton of power. It has power in the mid-range, and I love that. Power in the mid-range makes it more streetable, in my opinion. Like the 400's a parallel twin. It's pretty much torquey all the time. Up top, it falls off because it's not this high revving motor. But yeah, I mean, this thing's a savage. This isn't the proper area to kind of go. Wait, what? this isn't the proper area to go, you know, go super fast. I'll get to a space where I can go, you know, faster and show you what it can do. But yeah, I love it. I love the sound, that M4 with the baffle out. I'll hop off the bike in a little bit to show you a walk around or some revs off the bike so you can hear a little bit better. I mean, my mic inside my helmet will be picking it up, but it should still sound good. Super happy with the purchase, man. Super happy. It's fun. It's funny. My friends will bust my chops because I had the Ninja 400 for what, 2 months? I think I've made 2 payments on it, and I already got this bike. And now people are expecting, like, oh, I'll have this for 2 months and then buy a liter bike, and that's not. I can wholeheartedly say that's not what I'm going to do. As I expected when I got this bike, and I was told that it's more power than you'd ever need on the street. It's so true. It's more power than I could ever use. Yeah, probably people look weird at me. I don't just like yeet this thing all around town. That's not how I ride it. If I have an area where if I can get a little spirited, I'll do it. But it's just when I feel good on it. You know what I mean? It's like a look good, feel good kind of thing. Even when I had my Speed 3, it just looks so good, all murdered out. It's not like I drove it like an asshole all the time. I keep getting text messages. Yeah, it's not like I would just ride like an asshole all around town, but I just felt really good in it. Just, you know what I mean? Just being on it, I felt good in it, and that's how I feel about this. I feel good on it. You hear the quick shifter? Oh, it's so awesome. Just that little fuel cut and that chop of the exhaust. It sounds so good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and that was one of my favorite things about the Speed too. You know what I mean? It had a full turbo back exhaust. It was straight piped. It was just a good time. It just sounded good. Turbo noises. Who doesn't love turbo noises? So yeah, it's very similar to being on this, the experience. Now again, I guess I should circle back. You know, there are a lot of pros and cons about this bike. The powers are pros. How it looks is a pro, at least for me. I guess that's personal opinion. How it sounds is a pro. The controls, the power modes, the traction control, those are all pros. The major con, and it may not be a con for everybody, is the seating position. I've watched a lot of other stunt bike riders, YouTube channels like Dank Wheelie and Brian636. They put like high clip-ons on these bikes so that their seating position is a little bit more amenable, and that's super cool. I would do that. That's really my only gripe, and it's not really a gripe. It's just, it's a super sport motorcycle. It's meant to be in this attack position. That was just how it's made. So I would say that's the major con. But hey, I think people know what they're getting into when they buy this motorcycle. People buy it for a specific purpose, whether they're going literally to have a track weapon, maybe a combination of street and track. You know, people know what they're getting into. I knew what I was getting into. I test rode it at the demo day. I knew exactly what I was getting into. So yeah, I'm gonna get to a little spot where we can stop, do a walk around, let you guys hear the exhaust on the side, and then we'll get a little bit into the power band a little bit. What a view, baby! We love the views. Look at the views, baby. This shit is awesome. Gorgeous day out. Who doesn't love this? Oh my God. Gosh, we love Florida. I'm having trouble finding a spot where I can kind of rev it and get a little bit loud. I don't want to be obnoxious to people just enjoying the beach. People come out here to get relaxed, and then I'm gonna be an asshole and just fucking rev bomb my engine. So I'm trying to avoid doing that. Anyway, gorgeous day out here.
Love being out on the island. If you could look at the trees, that's kind of how you can tell how windy it is, or if I'm going to get blown around. They're really not blowing. It's nice and casual. Just trying to get out to a spot where we'll be nice and open, do a couple pulls, so you can experience the 636 in action. You know, I think when you get one of these bikes, if you're not even just immature riding, but immature in general, you may not have the discipline to not yeet yourself all over town all the time. And fortunately for me, I do respect the machine and know that at this point in my riding that this bike has more power than I need or could ever want at this point. And yeah, I don't just crank the throttle full open and hope for the best and close my eyes and let Jesus take the wheel. I respect the machine, and yeah, man, I don't think at any point have I cracked this full open. In the higher gears on the highway, like 5th and 6th, I've cracked it full open, and even then, man, the thing has a lot of fucking power. It's fucking crazy. So yeah, in the lower gears, I have traction control on 2. So if it senses any kind of slippage of the back tire, it'll start cutting fuel and cutting throttle. I've noticed it do that a few times in some of the lower gears when I give it some juice. It'll you know, cut the fuel. You'll probably hear it when I get into it. I want to get to a spot where I know I'm in Mexico. I want to cross over into the Mexican border. But yeah, man, this thing, dude, it's just so stable. It's just, it's a very, very different sensation than the 400. Very, very different. And I do love it. Alright, 50. Don't know how fast I was going there. Oh God, I don't think there's not any gear that I've hit 16,000 RPMs in, even though this thing redlines at 16,000. But this thing's an absolute savage. Absolute savage. Oh God. Oh dude, this dude's on my ass. What are we doing, buddy? I guess he wants me to go faster. Didn't really expect him to be there. What the fuck? I don't even know how loud this is in the mic. This exhaust is super loud. I don't know what that feels like for you guys in your ears, or the wind noise. This helmet handles wind a lot better. It has a chin guard underneath, a mesh chin guard, and I think that knocks out wind noise a lot better than my other helmet. So you guys just might be hearing ambient wind, but the microphone isn't actually, you know, hitting wind. Yeah, man, this exhaust is super loud though. Let me know what you guys think of it. If it's too loud, I mean, it had the baffle in. It wasn't much quieter with the baffle in, but I feel like it might shoot flames now, and I love that, because I would love to know if it shoots flames. I gotta test it at night. But yeah, we'll get into another one here shortly. I think those are fire noises. Super sport noises. Super sport noises. Oh, it sounds so good. I'm gonna see if I can get another pass going, but we can enjoy the views in the meantime. Get a nice little wave going. Oh, nice ass BMW. Oh God, I love it. It's Oh my God. I can't tell. Yellow. Alright, whatever. We're gonna wrap up the video, guys. That was an awesome ride. I hadn't taken my full long ride since I got the bike yet, just because I've been running around. Fun fact, on Saturday, the second day after I got the bike, I went into a store with my wife to eat some nice personal pan pizza, and I come out and my license plate was stolen. It was fucking terrible. I was bent out of shape. I was up in Vero, which is 45 minutes away, 35, 40 minutes away, so I wasn't even in my town. I had to call the police, get a police report, so that I could bring it to the DMV, get a new tag. Went to the DMV, the bike was so new that I couldn't get a new tag because the dealership is still processing the paperwork. So I had to go, they told me I needed to go back to the dealership, so I had to drive 2 hours again yesterday to go get a whole new plate and pay 40 bucks. So that was a good time. But that's kind of what happened over the weekend and why I hadn't filmed. But yeah, obviously I'm going to create more content around the 636. If there's certain things you guys want to see about it, just let me know, drop a comment. I'm curious to see what you guys may want to see about it. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.